They was not going to hear us.
It doesn't make any sense. None of it does. Why would Declan do that? He was always a stand-up cop. Now he's a crime boss?
No time to think about it. Right now, we need to get to that dead drop. Nick probably gathered enough evidence to reveal what Declan was up to. Our word against his won't cut it. That stick is the only way we'll take him down.
Or maybe you could just stay out of this? Declan's trying to save his skin. If you go against him on that promontory, he'll be trapped in a corner. This isn't a game. This isn't a puzzle. And you're dealing with a man whose go-to solutions to problems has been to kill them away. Remember what you promised Joe. Anna will not be safe where you're going. You can't bring Nick back, but you can still save yourself and Anna. Breathe. Focus. Think it through. Declan's already killed 2 people.
Sam, I know it's been a rough day, but you're freaking me out. Stop zoning out. We're just about there, and I need you to help me figure out our next steps.
Next steps? At a place where someone might put a bullet through your head. No, that's too dramatic. It'll probably be something Stop it!
I'm not doing anything.
Other than trying to save your life, you're not thinking clearly.
What are you looking at?
You're focused on finding the facts and not focused on the very real dangers.
You need to focus on the road, not on whatever daydream you're lost in.
Just stop. You're the one that needs to stop.
Sam, you're going too fast. You need to stop.
Leave me alone. Stop it. Sam,
Sam,
stop!
There's a turn.
Stop!
Stop! Sam, stop! Stop! Stop the car! Sam, are you okay? You nearly got us killed.
I need a moment.
Take your moment, but make it quick. We're already at the promontory. We need to find that dead drop before Declan gets here.
We need to talk. Yes, Sam, it's time. What's happening? Sam, I can't. Where are you going? Get back here. I'm trying, but it's not working. No! Losing control of my own mind.
Where are you? Can you hear me? Can you even hear me? Fine. I'll come to you. What? I got a feeling I'm not gonna like this. Okay, do not freak out. You've been through this before. Ugh, I'm back in the same room again.
Or plot on her.
There's got to be a logic to this place. I just need to figure out what it is.
Go backwards.
Stick to the fundamentals. Breathe. Focus. You can make it out. It still keeps going. It feels like I'm trapped in a maze. The question is, where does it lead? There you are. You and I need to talk. What? What's happening? Remember the facts, Sam.
That's how you'll get through this. I'm losing control of my own mind again. I'm almost making it a habit. At least I'm not being chased this time. Right?
Why are you jinxing it? Alright, so basically what I got is stay on the right. What?
Wonder what's in store for me now.
Stay on the right. Stay on the right.
Always tackle a problem head on. Of course. There's no running away from it.
When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions.
Fucking up everyone's lives. That's a real talent.
Okay, Meryl. Punch the shit out of him.
I don't need that right now.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
Okay, so did y'all figure it out? Cause I think I got everything done. Like, I think I got everything down now. Yeah, but now y'all see by the end of this. I'm pretty sure y'all got it too. Wow. I'll turn this
Just
off.
give me a break. I give up.
Stay to the right.
How little you
Yeah, no.
know of the
actually lagged.
Sure.
You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious.
They both deserve to be happy.
But what about me? Let me just. And I wish I knew me.
Is that?
Huh?
Your mother told me what happened. I know she's always pushing you to make friends.
Yeah.
Well, she's just afraid you'll end up alone. She doesn't want you to be unhappy.
Is she happy?
Not always. I'm not always happy either. Being happy isn't everything. I'd say it's more important to find out who you want to be than to be happy. Here, I brought you something.
It's so clear. I can see it all at once.
That's what gives it strength. It has nothing to hide. It can see itself for what it really is, and that lets it see everything. It's not a flaw. It's a gift. Like a superpower, you know? When the world is a storm, you stand calm at the center.
Now, I need to have a real talk with myself. Where are you? Sam, come with me! What? Which one are you? Sam! Sam, where are you? Sam? Sam!
Someone keeps telling me to stay away from that light.
You and me, Sam, we can do this. Sam, come with me. Sam, come with me.
Don't leave, Muley. I don't have a lot of friends. No one at school talks to me, and you promised.
Apologize. She's a kid, Sam. She wouldn't get it. Just say you're really sorry.
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring.
You're leaving town just like that. Not even an explanation for an old friend.
Apologize. She's a kid, Sam. She wouldn't get it. Just say you're really sorry.
Can I please just avoid this? Nope, does not look like it.
Explain yourself to her. Or try to, as best you can. She deserves that. Promise her that you'll be back. She'll like that. Explain yourself to her. Or try to, as best you can. She deserves that.
Don't leave, Muley. I don't have a lot of friends. No one at school talks to me, and you promised.
Apologize. She's a kid, Sam. She wouldn't get it. Just say you're really sorry. Explain yourself to her. Or try to, as best you can. She deserves that.
Kinda all she ever wanted was like the truth.
Promise her that you'll be back. She'll like that. It's not you, Bug. It's this town. It's Anna. It hurts and I can't stay.
None of that is my fault.
I know, but I still have to go.
It's not fair. I understand, but it's not fair. I guess you finally win for once.
Listen to her. Sometimes there's not a right thing to say. Quick, toss the ring. Make a joke. If you don't manage to save face, it's over. Tell her you want this. Be forward. She'll reconsider. If you don't, it's over. Listen to her. Sometimes there's not a right thing to say. I thought that's what we were supposed to do. I'm sorry, I just wanted to fix things.
Sam, did you really think doing something neither of us wanted would fix anything?
You're leaving town just like that. Not even an explanation for an old friend.
Tell him the reasons. Give him a few and he'll be fine. Apologize. He wants to know it's not his fault. Maybe tell him you'll call. He cares. Tell him how much you hurt.
Everyone in town hates me. I think Anna hates me. I think I hate me. I have to get away from this place or I'm gonna die here. Inside at least.
I get it. Just know I've always got your back, no matter where you go.
I know you don't want to talk about it, but he's your son.
I know the real you is here. The rest are just illusions. I have to focus.
Well, what do I actually know about Sam? I don't know. What exactly are y'all going with this?
There's only one of you. I can't just choose them all. Think. Focus.
They just want to put useless labels on him. Could be good for him. I know you don't want to talk about it, but he's your son.
I said this conversation was over.
He's not having a good time at school. He has trouble socializing.
What does that even mean? He's having some trouble making friends, that's all.
He's always talking to himself, to his imaginary friend.
I had one at his age.
Yes, you had real friends. He talks to himself more than he talks to other people. We should consider what the one teacher mentioned.
He doesn't need remedial classes. They just want to put useless labels on him.
They're not remedial. They're programs meant to help him with his social skills. It could be good for him.
My son is not going to be in some dunce class.
You were there when no one else was. And you've been there every step I've taken since. I'm ready.
Okay, now I'm gonna do Moses now. You really Moses. It's like this was a pretty easy thing to solve, because it's like falsified police reports, like really, my G?
Hey. Hey. It's been a long road. I think it was always coming here. You know? You've opened yourself up a lot more than I expected, especially to Joan and Anna. You're finally back on the right path. I believe some of the credit is mine. Why does it have to be so complicated out there? I'd say we've had a good thing going. It was tough, but you made compromises. You adapted to other people. Wasn't it nice to feel accepted? You always make it sound like you care, but all you want is to change me. But the two halves of your world, they don't mix. There's Sam, the well-adjusted human, and there's Sam, the depressed, truth-obsessed misanthrope, who doesn't realize objective reality is a subjective myth. I'll tell you what the truth is. To be happy, sometimes you need to focus on people and not things. Stop. I get it. I'm nervous. What if you make the wrong choice? Can I make a wrong choice? That's one I don't really have an answer for. Look, you've been helping me for a long time. Even today, without you, I would still be lost in my own head, in my own panic. Well, technically, that's kind of the case right now. Still, I'll take the compliment. But we both know I can't be split in two directions. I have to pick a track.
Go along with me. Be a part of society. Be happy. Let things go. Accept the expectations of others. Stop pretending you're someone else. Or keep looking for a truth that may not exist and leave everyone else behind. But seeing the world for what it is, being able to make a difference, no matter the consequences. It's time. 2 roads, and you can only take one. The truth is worth more than any of us. Damn society. Damn being happy. I was afraid you'd say that. But you have to be you. I'll see you around. No, you won't, Sam. But good luck. The world is an ugly place when you can really see it.
Facts.
Sam, we don't have time for this.
No cell reception. If anything happens, we're on our own. What are you thinking, Sam? You can't just leave Anna here alone.
Hold on, I'm trying to get over there. Where the
If Declan arrives, he's gonna see the car. He'll know someone is here.
Shall I drive the car away? Like, I mean, y'all know off the rip this is my whip.
Declan could be here already. I should be careful. Syringes, bottles. Basswood has been having a tough few years. Falling off is the least of my worries right now.
Finally pull yourself out of your daze long enough to join me. I was worried about you.
It won't happen again. I'm here. 100%.
I hope so. I need you right now. So I guess this could be all of this madness coming to a close, right? Hopefully in the good way. Maybe we can bring Nick and Dennis some justice. I'm ready to see it end.
We don't both need to do this. You can go home if you want. Maybe you should.
You're sweet, if a bit overly macho. I know the risks, but we haven't done too bad so far, right? So good try. I'm not getting rid of me that easily.
Let's not waste time then. We should get back to finding those files. Any luck yet?
I can't find them anywhere. Did Dickie say where the dead drop was?
He didn't. We'll have to keep looking for it. Did you already go through that side?
I've been looking everywhere. So far, all I've found is a lot of gum under tables. Declan could be here any minute. Let's hurry it up.
The dead drop doesn't seem to be here. Too exposed. This would be the classic choice, but no. Nothing. A precarious path out into the dark. Not a bad metaphor for my life right now.
That was easy.
Rotten food. Probably too gross even for someone like Dickie.
Alright, I see that USB stick.
Nowhere to hide a USB stick here.
What I'm really looking for is those scissors, though. But yeah, we'll just take this.
Found it.
You did? Let me see. With this, we'll be able to put Declan behind bars and clear your name. Come on.
Bow.
Over there, boss.
Whoa.
Declan.
Now, you two just relax. We're here for the same reason. Now, all you have to do is give me what you found in that there lockbox.
You... How could you look everyone in the eye and lie to them? You went to his wake? You drank with his friends?
Yeah, it was harder than you think.
Tell me what happened with Nick. Why did you kill him?
Same thing that happened to you. He saw an opening and jumped in it. He started asking questions, never actually thought he'd find answers. But he did. And then he kept playing with fire, so he got burned.
So that's it. You killed him because he did his job.
Don't start thinking I enjoyed doing it. It just had to be done. It was just the same as with that drunk fool Dennis. All I wanted was to see how much he knew and get him to keep his mouth shut. Turns out he knew more than he should have.
It doesn't have to end the same way this time. There's always another option.
Almost sounds like you wising up some, Higgs. Doesn't look like you're willing to take the same fall from 2 years ago. Fuck that common good shit, right?
You were one of Basswood's best. People counted on you.
Don't even try to give me that. I've given enough to those two-faced hypocrites. Everybody's happy to shake my hand and say how grateful they are. But as soon as you turn around, they'll stab you in the back. Eventually, I realized that's how people are. The only thing left is to adapt. Help keep a lid on things. And if someone's got a profit, might as well be me. Nick and Dennis, that part wasn't supposed to happen. But here we are. And I'm done leaving behind loose ends.
You asshole!
To think and move fast. Stay one step ahead of Declan. If I make even a single mistake, there are no second chances this time. He murdered Nick. He murdered Dennis, and he'll murder us. If I can predict his next moves, we might be able to get the upper hand. Who he is will tell me what he'll do. I could try going for his gun. Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him.
No.
Muley, it's time to give it your all. Don't underestimate Declan.
He's stronger than he looks.
Hannah's got maybe a couple of seconds tops
before he overpowers her.
You gotta find a way to stop him, Sam.
He'll kill you both.
I'm thinking too. This ain't throw a rock at him.
Declan came to tie up loose ends that night.
Asshole shot me with my own gun.
There's a good chance he took it. Still has it on him.
You need to watch out.
You're no good to anyone dead.
Take it from me. I could tackle Declan to get him off Anna.
Declan came to tie up loose ends that night.
Asshole shot me with my own gun.
There's a good chance he took it. Still has it on him.
You need to watch out.
You're no good to anyone dead.
Take it from me.
You know, the only option we got is to actually shoot him.
Muley, it's time to
give it your all.
Don't underestimate Declan.
He's stronger than he looks.
Hannah's got maybe a couple of seconds tops
before he overpowers her.
You gotta find a way to stop him, Sam.
He'll kill you both.
Yeah. I'm going with the gat, yeah. Cause it's like, what? Am I really gonna try and hit him with a rock? Probably gotta talk to myself, right? I think about it, he might be bluffing with that gun. Because, I mean, yeah, the option's there.
Muley, it's time to give it your all. Don't underestimate Declan.
He's stronger than he looks.
Anna's got maybe a couple of seconds tops
Before he overpowers her.
You gotta find a way to stop him, Sam.
He'll kill you both.
Oh, here we go. I say rush to the gun. But he might actually hold Anna hostage. Oh my god. Please, please, please don't let me be wrong off of this. Cause someone's telling me to use the gun, but I'm gonna throw the rock. Dear God.
Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him.
What's he saying about the gun?
I could grab his gun. But that would only work if Anna keeps Declan occupied.
What's the name say he's stronger than he looks? I say throw the rock.
Throwing a rock at his head could disorient him.
Or hit him with the Jay-Z guy. Hit him with the Jay-Z. Jay-Z him. I don't know. Please tell me she's alive.
Declan can't see me. I have to use this to my advantage. I should strike him on his blind side and use the element of surprise. But that'll only work if I can predict what he'll do next. Think, Sam.
Is he armed?
Anna's safe for now. I need to keep it up.
My instant assumption is he's gonna shoot at her.
Declan might go for his gun.
But he already shot you with one.
You know Declan's killed 2 people already.
Put them in the dirt.
But he kills for reasons, yeah? He
Wants to destroy the evidence.
And since your girlfriend has it,
You better act fast, man.
That's what I'm saying. Damn, he has a gun.
Declan might continue going after Anna.
That man is a monster.
And he'll
kill you and my little girl as soon as spit.
But he ain't dumb. If he uses his service gun,
it'd be traced back to him.
And he's been covering
his tracks so far.
I'm saying he has another gun.
You don't have to fight, just leave. None of this has to ever hurt you again. I'm done running. Declan might attack me now.
Nah, he ain't gonna attack you. He definitely going for her. Because if that's his service gun that's on the ground, that means he's gonna come after her. I think I got it. How do I make the choice now? Choice was right above me before, right? Okay, y'all see me, I'm trying to find this option now, like. This is on him? Oh, there you go. He is going to rush.
If Declan goes after Anna, my best move is to strike from the right.
Give me the evidence now. You want to get shot?
Wait! Here, take it.
Son of a bitch!
If I don't do something, we're dead. But if I do the wrong thing...
Bro, Johnny Cage's bitch ass, like...
Stay focused. Account for all the elements at play here. We're doing well. I have to stay one step ahead of Declan, and we'll get him. I could rush him and try and take his gun out of the equation. I could try calling for help.
That ugly yellow phone is your best
chance to call for help.
That big jerk's not stupid. He'll
probably keep an eye on that phone.
have to save Anna.
We dragged her into this mess.
I dragged her
Into this mess.
If you could distract Declan, Anna might have time
To get the gun. Keep his eyes on you, Sam.
Facts. Trying to move that gun is just gonna have him shoot at me.
Declan is focused on me. I have to make this moment count.
How exactly am I going to get to the phone now? Am I diving for it? Is this?
I could get behind cover.
Bro, you're not showing me the option now. Oh, wait. Just show me once I do this. Alright. See what happens if I try and call for help.
Going for the phone would bring Declan's focus onto me. But if the phone gets damaged, I might not be able to use it later. If I can get close enough, I can stop Declan from using his gun. It's definitely risky. If I dodge, I'm safe for the moment, but what then? I'll lose sight of Declan and he might focus on Anna.
So, yeah, they really want me to do this. Oh my god. My whole thing is I could dodge behind that tree. But the moment I do, he may either go after me or he might go after her. How close is she? Not crazy close to the gun. Okay, let's say a dodge roll, right? Maybe that buys me about a good ass second. He didn't even get a chance to fire this gun, so this shit might not even be loaded. Alright, we're gonna risk it.
I can stop Declan from using his gun. It's definitely risky.
It definitely is, but it's like so far risks have given me some type of reward. Cause I threw the rock instead of going for the gun. Throwing the rock was actually ended up being a safer option. Even though grabbing for the gun would have been a more safer option. But something told me he had an extra gun. But
you have to save Anna.
We dragged her into this mess.
I dragged her
into this mess.
If you could distract Declan, Anna might have time
to get the gun. Keep his eyes on you, Sam.
That ugly yellow phone is your best
chance to call for help.
That big jerk's not stupid. He'll
probably keep an eye on that phone.
okay, so that instantly crossed that idea off. Like he said before, yeah. They pretty much gave this one to me, so
if I can get close enough, I can stop Declan from using his gun. It's definitely risky.
Fuck it.
Drop your gun, Declan.
Anna! Hello? A woman has been shot. I need an ambulance. Just hurry! Okay, good. Stay with me. You have to stay with me.
Oh, she good. That's a shoulder shot.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Anna, please.
Is you serious? Yo. Don't tell me that hit an artery. Oh, wow. So it hit an artery. So, yo, shit. So I finally got a bad ending. Shit. I finally, well, I didn't been already gotten bad endings, but I'm saying, like, I got my first official L. Damn. I'm sorry, I ain't think dodging the roll was gonna save me.
Carrie James at 1043 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. You heard the news today? The local cop who died in that fatal shooting last week is apparently the head of a small opioid ring right here in Basswood. Crazy. It's believed he used his position to bring in drugs from all over the county and that he murdered 2 people in an attempted cover-up. Good news, however, the journalist who was wounded while confronting the rogue cop was released from the hospital today.
Thank God. I was about to say, yeah, that's fucked up if y'all really did me like that.
Looks like I'm not the only one who's come to visit Anna. I can't leave before I see Anna.
What do you mean? I did everything I was supposed to. Who had a whole opioid ring, basically.
Sam, hold your horses. Anna's busy with the sheriff. You should probably give him a moment or two.
Sure, Joe. How you been?
How have I been? Son, I appreciate you being here for Anna, but you don't change what happened. My girl's hurt, real bad. And things could have been even worse without you. You did good.
Joe.
No, Anna told me what you did. How hard you fought. Thank you for keeping your word.
I wasn't thinking about the promise. I was just trying to get us not killed.
You succeeded. But you better not drag my daughter into any more dangerous situations, all right?
Dude, you a good kid, man. You a good kid.
Where are they? Where are Dad's notebooks? The yellow legal pad ones?
You can get them later. You need to say hello to the guests who just arrived.
The yellow ones were Dad's favorites. I wanted to start using them. They've got to be here somewhere. Just give me a minute.
Don't make me say it again.
Fine. I guess it doesn't really matter. Careful, Muley. She's in one of her moods.
I'm sorry you had to see that. It was hard before, but now she's completely shut me out.
It's not surprising, given what happened. This town is no place for a teenager. Kathy, now is the time to get out of Basswood.
You don't understand. It's not that easy to leave. You've always managed to get Joan to talk to you. Any advice?
Get out of Basswood. Get help with your addiction, fam.
Kathy, when did you start taking opioids?
What? What does that have to do with...
What do you think happens if someone finds out and reports you? You could lose your job.
How dare you? You don't know anything about what I've been through.
I don't, but it doesn't change the facts. You need to get help.
Oh, and who's gonna look after Joan in the meantime? Who'll pay for the treatment, huh?
Don't you have family in the region?
Well, there is my sister down in Virginia, but
But you're not on good terms, Joan told me. Still, you don't have a choice if you intend to keep custody of her.
You've always been a cold-hearted asshole. You know that? Do her a favor and forget about us for good this time.
That's just the drugs talking. Let me chill. Okay, yeah.
Don't waste all your time with me. My daughter will want to see you.
Hey, John, at least this time it's a valid reason why I ain't coming back. Shit.
Hey, Bug.
Hey, Muley.
How are you holding up?
Fine, I guess. Well, at least that's what most people want me to say when they ask.
Come on, Bug. I want to know how you feel. How you really feel.
I guess... better today than yesterday? Maybe. I still miss Dad. But finding out what happened to him, I don't know, makes me feel a bit better. It's not bad, but it makes me feel better, right?
No, it's not bad. I feel the same way.
Hey, Muley. Are you staying around this time?
I can't stay, Bug.
Oh.
I talked to your mom. She's gonna try to do better by you.
How do you really... Oh my god. All I can tell is be strong at that point. Why am I leaving? Like, just some dumb shit.
It won't be easy, but I know you can be strong. You have to try to work with her. She's still your mom.
I'll try. I'm gonna miss you, Muley. I'll really miss you.
Me too, Bug. I need to find Anna. Call me whenever you want to. Deal?
Yeah. Deal.
Walter, my bad for accusing you of being an accomplice.
Walter.
Samuel, my boy. As I live and breathe. I kept meaning to call, but phones are so... impersonal. How are you holding up?
Well, let's say that I've had better weeks.
Not a hard thing to believe. You went through something terrible, but I'm glad you came out the other end. I've had a brush myself with the Maker here and there, and I would never call them fun. Not fun at all. Life-affirming, though, definitely. Even for those close to you. It leaves a mark. Now, 2 members of my family of heart are gone. 1 is wounded. That day, you said you need to ride until you can't anymore. Well, this is as far as I go. The Basswood jungle has printed its last pages.
Yeah, pretty much y'all want me gone still. Fuck it.
If you feel it's the right thing to do.
Believe me, it doesn't feel right one bit, but my flame has run its course. Without Nick, without Dennis.
Can't run a paper by yourself.
Nor would I want to. Well, I've taken up enough of your time. I'll leave you to the other guests. Drop me a line sometime. Drop me a line.
You want that hug now, bro? Alright. I was about to say, bro, I was gonna give you the freebie.
And you make
You
sure
really
to
did
push
lose 3
yourself.
employees,
Get
though.
some fresh air. Don't let these doctors keep you cooped up for too long now. Oh, Sam, you're finally here. I was looking for you. Now, I know you've been through hell and back. I know that. If there's anything the Basswood Police Department can do for you, or even just little old me, you give me a holler, all right? For now, well, I got some good news for you for once. We found Declan's fingerprints on Dennis's gun. And since your testimony and Anna's corroborate Dickie's statement, no charges are going to be filed against you or Anna. It's clear self-defense. Still hard to believe a man I trusted was running a drug ring. Here.
Nervous. Re-election chances. Matter of fact, wait a minute. Was you the first one telling me? Yo, you got a lot to answer for.
You and the Basswood police have a lot to answer for. A
lot.
We do. Declan pulled the wool over all of our eyes. All I can say is we're all just people. Ain't no such thing as the Basswood police. Just people entrusted with power.
Oh, shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was gonna give this game like maybe like a 5 or 6. Okay, we'll give you a 7 for that. Like, that's the most funny joke I ever heard in history. You are supposed to be well trained to combat many situations. You're supposed to uphold your duty, swear on oath to never do the stuff that this dude did, like, or to even attempt to try and cover it up, because we all know that's what you're trying to do.
And Declan, as terrible as it seems he was not always a bad person. My sin is failing to see the man he became, rather than the one he once was.
Okay, now you just going a little too far with that one. Like, yeah, everything I said, but again, even I know things is not that simple.
Don't make it sound like a small oversight. He was part of a drug ring.
You're entitled to your opinion. Everyone is. Know I do my best. Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid duty calls. Look after yourself, Sam.
Whatever. Stay away from my daughter. Well, I'm heading the old trail. I know what y'all was thinking, but I'm living up to what I said.
So,
I wasn't sure you'd show up at all.
I meant to get here before, but... You look better?
Better than last week, I guess, but that's setting a low bar. It could have been even worse if you hadn't, You saved my life.
There was a lot of life-saving on both sides. You did some yourself.
I did, didn't I? I'm a hero.
We're both heroes.
I mean, I guess. I still outrank you, though. You didn't get shot.
Max!
What's wrong?
I wish we'd gotten those files.
The guy who was behind it all broke his neck trying to kill us. Case closed.
Actually, shit. Ignorance is bliss. We got the main thing done. I was only sent here to figure out whether or not Nick got murdered or not. And what's the name admitted to doing that. And now he's gone. Any more work kinda is just going above and like the fact that we're good. Like one of us got injured. Nobody died, like survived a horrible experience. It's just some things you just don't try and go even deeper into. That's kinda how I feel like with Talk from Judgment, like yo, this dude went deep, but he went like deep into like a whole conspiracy. Like I'd be surprised if he survives like against like the whole state. Well, not the whole state, the whole country of Japan at this point. Like,
yeah, you're probably right. I just hate loose ends.
Life is made of loose ends. People are made of loose ends. Loosen up.
That's what I like to do the least.
Same old Sam. So what are you gonna do next with your unshot and healthy body?
yeah, definitely get my life on the line.
I'm gonna get myself together. I've spent enough time moping.
I'm glad to hear that.
I should go.
I had a feeling you would say that. You stay out of trouble, Sam Higgs. And maybe don't wait so long to darken my doorstep again.
I guess we'll just have to see, won't we?
Man, alright. I'm cool with that. Leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. Well, time to leave the dusty old trail.
Mr. Higgs, not surprised to see you here.
I'm a little surprised to see you.
Just giving my well wishes to Miss Miller. You did the right thing rooting out that ruffian. The town is better for it.
Thanks. I'm not used to people saying things like that.
You may have to get used to it. What you did helped everyone. Really bolstered the common good. Be proud.
What, you think I forgot about you? Bruh, don't do it.
Common good.
I've heard that before.
Good. Common shit. Common good shit, right?
I know what she'll say. Calm down. Think of the common good.
Don't understand. It's not that easy to leave.
How did I know? Bro, how did I know he would have something to do with this, yo?
Kathy, could she be the supplier?
Yo, get out the way.
Something's missing. How did Declan know I was meeting Dennis?
Heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night.
Yep.
Go check on Joan.
Who overheard me and Dennis talking? Who told Declan?
Your barroom brawl. I did best to prevent you from following that other man outside.
Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
Nick suspected a drug ring flourished after the mine closed.
Honestly, afraid you'd end up like your friend. Good. Young man, is everything all right?
I was lost in thought, and I've been lost in thought a lot lately.
Oh, yes. I'm sure you have a lot to think about.
Nick never put it together. He was too close. It was you.
What exactly are you trying to say?
It wasn't enough to be a pill mill like every other two-bit pharmacy. You've been skimming. Extra boxes lost, records forged, ending up with Declan.
Now, that is a very serious accusation. The kind that, without proof, would never hold up.
I'm not trying to get Dickie killed out here, fam. As much of a jerk as he is, he kind of... We all know Kathy ain't gonna do shit. Kathy hasn't done shit this whole game, God. Dickie's kind of a drug addict, so that goes against him. I can only say I can tell the world.
A court of public opinion doesn't need documentation or a trail of evidence. 3 people are dead. Their trails all lead back to you.
You seem to have me confused for a criminal mastermind. I'm just a small-town businessman. I go where there's opportunity. And I've helped this town. I've created jobs. I've invested. I never forced anyone to do anything. I've only given people what they wanted. What they needed. I was here. I rolled up my sleeves and I got to work. Where were you?
Honestly, I really don't like none of these options. I really don't. I kind of don't want to get into no beef with him because it's like it's like he can get the other cop to shoot at me at this point. And I'm pretty sure in his line of work he don't care. Like, and it's like he can easily argue like, yo, because of your interference, instead of one person dying, 3 people died. Like, yeah, I'll do
It
next.
doesn't bother you, does it? The things you've done? I'm not asking for you to explain. I just wanted you to know. I wanted to look you in the eye before I brought your whole world down.
Joe, Kathy, Joan.
Don't you threaten them.
I would never, but you do. Why do you think Nick never wrote his article? Never went to the police?
He never finished his work because you killed him before he could.
I am not, nor have I ever been a violent man. Others I have worked with, a little girl's future and a girlfriend with an aging father, both cost money. People always find ways to get what they want. The question is who profits? Criminals, mobsters, lowlifes? Take out the middleman and a worse one slides in. Nick understood as much.
He wasn't like that. You didn't know him.
Did you? He was going to bury the story.
I mean, it's a shame you had to come to the truth of this, you know. But like I said, sometimes it's like you don't dive deeper into stuff sometimes. It is. And this is the exact reason why, like, I'll be telling y'all that, like. So it's like, yeah, he knows who did it now, but it's like, now he basically got his whole family threatened. And he found out a whole bunch of stuff he probably did not need to know about this town. Like, this is nuts.
No, the money at the fishing shack, he never used it.
Because he was coming for seconds. What Nick did is irrelevant. What matters is what you'll be doing. If you drop this misguided effort to accuse a kindly old man of heinous acts, I promise Kathy, Joe, and Joan will want for nothing. However, if you follow through with this foolishness, I only doubt I'd spend even a single day behind bars. I'm old. I have money and lawyers, and when I speak, people listen. But what of Nick? Who took bribes, buried the truth? What will his daughter think when I have no choice but to reveal he is just another dirty reporter? And let's not forget poor Kathy, who worked directly for me. It would at least cost her her job. Isn't being a single parent hard enough? Don't throw their lives away, Sam. Learn from your mistakes.
I mean, Joe the homie and all that. I know what y'all thinking, like, yo, nah, refuse, nah, da. But it's like, you also gotta think, he pretty much got his niece under his thumb as well because of the mom. Like, the mom pretty much put me into the... That's some bullshit.
Fine. I'll keep your dirty little secret. Just know, I'll be keeping tabs on you. If I ever hear Kathy, Joan, or Joe want for anything.
Never. Kathy will get a raise, college for Joan, and Joe won't miss another medical payment ever again. As long as you keep your word, I will care for them like I do for this town. Don't you worry. Don't you worry at all.
You do not care for this town, bro. I know y'all probably like, False, oh my god, why did you do that decision?
This is Carrie James at 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. Heard the news today? Fresh details emerged about the opioid scandal in Basswood. Chief Bess Mitchell is with us today to explain the situation. Chief Mitchell, what can you tell us?
Well, it's a real barrel of snakes, Carrie. The deaths of the Basswood Jungle employees is an unforgivable tragedy. It was the work of a single corrupt officer. We believe Officer Declan was trying to cover up his connection to the local drug trade. With this bad element removed, I assure you we have everything under control. I want to let everyone in Basswood know it won't be long before we have this drug problem wrapped up.
Wish I could say this was a new story around here, but it's a cycle we've seen time and time again around these parts. All right, time to kick up your feet on the dashboard. We've got a bit of easy listening coming up.
Sam, where the hell are you? Someone paid off my dad's medical bills. Was that you? Where did you even get that kind of money? This is too much. You can't... Look, call me back.
Yeah, why is hand going through the phone now? Nope, we gone. As it should be.
Days to change. Can't seem to recall my true given name. I see my footprints, how they come, how they...
Well, this game was 6 out of 10 for me.
Or only a moment ago. My heart is gone.
That's mainly just because like it wasn't no, to be honest, it wasn't no real choices, and detective shit wasn't really that tough. Like I said, I knew off rip. I kind of had like this whole thing like solved off rip. I didn't 100% know whether or not Hugh was the mastermind. But it's like I knew off the rip the cop was a killer though, so we solved that crime. As far as going up to like who's the mastermind of all this, that was not a part of this game. That was not a part of the deal. That was just some extra shit at the end. So once again, case solved. Yours truly, Detective Foss.
Faust, the gamer. Faust, the gamma.